Okay, so this is how you can draw Movie Sonic. That was just some quick sketches I did for practice, but the first thing you want to do is start out drawing a circle for his head. What I like to do is draw like a little line. This is called the line of action, and it kind of shows the general pose that his body's going to be in. And then using this line as a reference, I'm going to start to draw in his chest, which is like this kind of puffed out bean shape. And his legs are just like these tubes that shoot down from his body. And Movie Sonic's legs get a little bit thicker towards the base. And his shoes, we're just gonna sketch in some triangle shapes. And this is all just rough drawing. The lines don't have to be perfect. This is just about getting the shapes in. And we'll come in later on another layer and I'm gonna do a cleanup line work, and then on a layer underneath that, I'm gonna do some coloring. So then his other foot's gonna be pointing out in this direction. And Movie Sonic's shoes are like runner shoes where they curl up at the tips. So they're a little bit different than his video game shoes. You also notice that his body is a little bit more tall than classic Sonic, so more like a modern Sonic. His quill shapes and just his general facial expressions is kind of similar to Sonic Boom Sonic, except he doesn't have all those bandages all over him. So the socks are these like puffy, kind of, think of like two tubes wrapping around his ankles. They're kind of scrunched together like this. Another interesting difference of Movie Sonic is that his arms and legs aren't yellow. They're just furry, like his body. And then there's the white band that wraps around. So you kind of curve the band a little bit to show that it's more 3D. You don't just draw straight lines going straight down. And then what I like to do is, for the arms, I actually like to start with the hands so that you know where the arms are leading to. Sometimes if you start out drawing the shoulders first and then work your way down to the elbows and then your hands last, that your hands might end up somewhere you don't want them to. So it's best to start out with the most important elements and then hook it up. So here's the elbow, link up to the shoulders, and the elbow links up to the wrists. And boom goes the dynamite. So next we're gonna sketch in his chest fur, which is just like this little bean type shape. And Movie Sonic's fur is more furry. So when you come in for the line work, you can kind of, you can sketch it in like that if you want to. Let's go ahead and figure out the face. So the face, we're gonna draw a vertical line curving down. This shows the tilt of the head. And then we're gonna draw a horizontal line curving around. And what this does is it shows the angle the head is in, how much the head is looking up or how much the head is looking down. Slightly looking down, just so he can have a cool stare at us. So the eye, we're gonna sketch in like an eye mask, just to help keep the eyes consistent. Now the old Sonic, his eyes were like just an eye mask, where it was just like one white eye and then two pupils inside. But Movie Sonic's eyes actually are separated. So we'll come in here and draw some little curves that will separate the eyes. And he has these long, skinny pupils. And some highlights. And again, I'm gonna come in later and fix any proportional mistakes and do some tweaking. So if you're drawing on paper, you can draw light so that you can erase anything that you need to. Or if you're drawing digitally, you're just drawing on a rough layer and you can make another layer and draw over it. Let's see here. This eye's kind of looking out. I kind of want him to be more looking directly at us. Let me know who I should draw next in the comments. Either Sonic type characters or really anything, because I need ideas. Alright, so the mouth is just like a line. And start up here and it'll kind of curve down and flatten out at the bottom. And then for the ears, it's like these triangular shapes. Well, actually first let's do the eyebrows, which are just these muscles that just kind of follow the curve of the eyes. And it kind of comes out a little bit like this. Okay, and so the ears are just these triangular shapes that kind of stick forward like this. And it kind of curves up at the base, curves in like that at the base. And this ear will be sticking outwards a bit. We'll start drawing in the quills. And we'll just come down here at the bottom and sketch this quill in. It's just like a dagger. And then the next quill, which is roughly the same size as that bottom one, comes in like this. These quills might be a little bit long for Movie Sonic. And then the top quill is the shortest. And it kind of curves in like this. Okay. I'm gonna just kind of sketch in the detail here for his hand. Just have a simple finger curving in. And now, we're going to come in and do the line work. Now I'm drawing the line work on a new layer and sketching in his fur with slightly sketchy look so you can see the individual quills. And then the color is on a new layer, just flat colors. And then on a layer above that, I'm doing the cell shading, which is the dark tones and the highlights. If you liked the video, you can please leave a like or subscribe or a comment or any other of those YouTube-y things that YouTubers are always asking you to do. We all know how YouTube works by now. I appreciate it, and I love you all, whoever you may be.